That's a great question. So when we think about multimodality, we think about multimodal inputs and multimodal outputs, right? So for multimodal inputs, what you're seeing is Gemini can understand not just your voice and your sound, but can now actually also see what you see. And so that's really exciting because what that means is Gemini can be more of a companion as you go through the world. This can be the physical world, so as you explore, and what you saw, one, with exploring the world with your phone, but also exploring as you browse the web, right? So today we announced a feature with Gemini in Chrome where you can actually ask questions about your page while surfing the web. So it's always going to be able to be there with you, understand the context that you're in, and answer questions for you. So it's really about being really helpful. And then the other part of multimodality is multimodal output. There's things like image gen and video generation. So there it's really exciting because it's about helping your creativity come to life, right? And so what's really cool is you can just have an idea. You can be someone like me who's terrible at drawing, and now you can very easily have a conversation with Gemini to like build an idea that you have, and then even now build a scene, build videos. And what's really cool is what you're seeing is we'll be able to do more lifelike images and videos, or whatever animation style you want. And we're able to start layering audio too. So background noises, it being able to actually have the characters speak and say the things you want. And over time, what you'll see is more interesting controls that we can give to the user to create what they want. And as well as that, even more richer videos that can be longer, right? So there's so many exciting things that we're exploring over there. That's a great question. So I'm not a personal expert on AI safety and alignment and security, but one of the things we talked about today is our digital watermarking effort, right? So Synth ID. So this makes it super easy for anyone to be able to verify if any content was generated by AI, right? So this is really helpful for, hey, maybe you're watching a movie and you want to learn more about, hey, how is this content created, all the way to preventing abuse of this technology, right? And so with technologies like Synth ID and also other technologies that we're developing, we're really committed to making sure AI is developed and used in a really responsible way. It's a great question. There's many different technical and problems that we count on every day, all the way from how do we make these models very fast and efficient and helpful, and that is innovation at the model level, but also innovation in other things that we've talked about today, like in our AI hardware, right? And developing and designing new types of chips to make developing these technologies even better. One of the things we think a lot about on the Gemini app is how do you bring these really powerful capabilities like multimodal understanding and multimodal generation and make it super easy for users, any user, to be able to take advantage of this, right? How do we create features that really help you take advantage of the strengths of the model? And so Gemini Live is a great example of that. It's a fully multimodal assistant that we talked about. But even features like Canvas, which is a really easy way for you to be able to create with Gemini's amazing coding capabilities, right? You can take an idea and you can build an app right in Gemini, or even deep research, right? So Gemini is very good at long context capabilities. It can reason over very large amounts of information. So what we've been able to do is build a really great research tool. So any question you have, like let's say you're building a business plan or you want to learn about a new topic, you can come to Gemini, it'll browse the web for 10 minutes and then give you a very detailed answer, right? That's great. I think we're all learning about this together. I think there's certainly many ways it's already helping people, all the way from being able to help you write that email. As you saw, Sundar was able to draft a response in a really creative way that's very personalized, all the way to, so simple tasks like that, all the way to doing complicated research, helping you write code and actually do engineering. And it's even able to help with like complex scientific tasks, as you saw with things like AlphaFold and AlphaEvolve. It's actually able to help you do very, very complex scientific work. So I think this is something we're all going to figure out as an industry together. But the Gemini app is really designed to be a super helpful personal assistant, and that's designed to help you, create and develop with Gemini. Okay. Yeah, so we're super excited about learning for Gemini. And one of the things we see is we have huge traction in Indonesia. It's a very young population and very, very technologically savvy. And so what we see is a ton of adoption of Gemini by a lot of young people in Indonesia. And so one of the things we've been thinking about is how do we make it more helpful in your schoolwork? One of the features we launched today is the ability for Gemini to generate quizzes. So often, a lot of people use Gemini to help them study for an exam, learn about a topic, even, help you with a math problem. And one of the things we realized is, hey, Gemini can actually generate for any topic a really great quiz to help you study for your exams. And so that's something that we're super excited, and we're going to keep building great features for students and as well as folks in Indonesia.